that you read in your childhood. Piece of literature. What is a piece of literature? Any poem, any poetry, any story. That is also the
Yes.
like a thirsty crow.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anything which is having a message, no, you can talk about that. But in your exam, nobody is going to give you clues are
Okay,
not
sir.
provided there. Anyways, continue. I'll be just waiting for you for 1 minute, and thereafter you should be ready for your answer. Yes, you can start now.
I read many stories in my childhood, and these stories are very helpful in my life. But today I am going to describe about a story which is very helpful in my life. And name of the story is The Thirsty Crow. I read this story in my first standard, and I find that this story is very helpful for me nowadays, and it is very useful for everyone who reads it, because this story gives lots of motivation to achieve to achieve their goals with the help of hard work.
Hmm.
And I also motivate when I read this story in nowadays, up in my young age. Then when when I was in my first standard, I do not realize the meaning of that story. But when I think about the story in think about this story nowadays, then I found that this story is very meaningful for everyone's life who can do hard work. And in the story, uh, in the story, a crow does hard work for drinking water. And I found that I also need to do hard work as crow to achieve my goals in my life. In in the last, I want to say that it was a piece of literature which I read in my childhood, and I found it very useful in my life.
Okay then. This is it, no? There are lots of problems are there in your answer. Let me tell you. You had to say that I also get motivation whenever I used to read the story, or I also got motivation when I read the story. You could have spoken that. You actually spoke. I also motivate. I also motivate. The action would be by you. Then means to say that you are the performer of the action motivation. But in case I also get motivated, that their
Okay.
action is received by you, that means motivation is received by you. Okay. Then the next mistake that you did was did not like. You said did not like meaning. You said do not. I do not like the meaning. I didn't get it, like why liking is required here. Okay. Even if you are saying that wrongly, like, you could have said that I did not like the meaning instead of I do not like that. I do not means past में बात कर रहे हो, and then you are talking about I did not like. I do not like.
Sir,
So that's wrong,
sir,
no?
I do not understand the meaning. Understand कहना सी, like नहीं कहना सी.
Yeah, I did not understand the meaning. Understand आएगा
Yes,
ना
sir.
वहां पे. I did not understand. You
Yes,
said
sir.
that I do not like meaning. So that was totally wrong.
हाँ
Then
जी सर. हाँ जी सर.
by that story, you said that I understood something. What was that? Um, like many can do hard work. You said can do hard work. Okay. How it is useful? You said that it can actually it can motivate others to do hard work, but many cannot do hard work. It's not like that. Something was missing over there. How did you feel after studying this piece? Many can do hard work. It's something was there which is missing from your part. So was wrong. Many would do hard work, obviously, after they understand the meaning of that one. And then instead of saying I want to say at the end, instead of actually utilizing some sort of other expression, I was like, whenever I used to read this story, I used to actually remember about the moral that comes out of it, that is, where there is a will there is a way. That actually motivates me whenever I feel discouraged by somebody, okay, or discouraged by some occasion or situation in my life. So there I used to remember that one, that here you said that I went to say, instead of want to say even, I want to say even, you said I went to say.
Yes.
Okay, I went to say, you said I want to say would come, obviously. And even in between, one more point I would like to add: you cuffed. You cuffed, no?
Yes, sir.
You cuffed, but you didn't say sorry for that. I'm really sorry. I apologize for it. Okay, you did not apologize or I beg your pardon. You could have said I beg your pardon. You could have said, you could have kept your hand on your face and you could have cuffed at that time by doing so. But you did not actually keep the hand on your face. So kindly just make sure that all these problems are to be taken care of, please. And then I believe
Okay,
that
sir.
tense is the basic problem that you're facing, the problem still in, that is, when to use past tense and when to use present tense. I've already made the video, kindly go by that one thoroughly. Have you gone through the video?
Yes, sir.
Then why you're using it again?
Sir,
Like, we'll do some practice about the
थोड़े
past
टाइम
tense,
पर ध्यान
only
नहीं
only
देते.
past tense statements, no, we'll be talking about that only. Clear?
Okay, okay, sir.
How's your preparation now?
Good, sir.
Great. So you're ready now, you mean to say. How is your score in your listening?
Yes. Sir, listening, sir, हो ही नहीं सकी आज.
I told you something. How many mock tests have you given till now?
Sir, mock test, हाँ जी, sir.
How
Sir,
many
mock
mock
test
tests
आज
have you
मिले नहीं
given?
हैगा. पता नहीं सर, चल गई थी.
But you should know this thing, that whenever you are preparing your exam, you should give listening, reading, writing together only. You need to prepare it together.
Okay.
Whenever you are doing it, means to say, I told you that in the beginning itself, I told you, when you are starting with your preparation, you should do these three skills together. Not once you have done the listening and then thereafter reading after 1 hour, or speaking then thereafter later on, sorry, writing after later on. Do not give space between them, because in real exam you are not provided with the space.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's very important. And I told you earlier, like, maybe may not be, that listening's first 14 questions, if you will do, no, 13 to 14 questions, you will receive your 5 bands easily.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and then rest of the questions, how many questions are left then? I think 26. Out of
Yes,
those
sir. 26.
26, if you cannot receive one band, I think obviously you need to leave the idea of going abroad. Out of those 26, if you cannot get one band, that means to have your eligibility, you are desiring for 6 bands, suppose. Then first of all, eligibility standards are to be maintained, and when you are maintaining those, definitely the whatever rest of the thing is, it would be a sort of relaxed score for you. Relaxed score is going to help you to boost your morale and encourage you in abroad as well. For example, if you get 7.5 bands in listening or 8 bands in listening, so definitely it is going to boost your morale. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's the thing, that's the main
Yes.
point. And then in reading, take care of the last portion first. Last portion first means to say that in your exam just do attempt your first and second
Better.
portion first, but the last portion, in the last portion I believe that you should, what you should do exactly is you should take care of the strategies rather than thinking of manually doing each question. Do some, do use some strategy. Like for example, if there are questions based upon, like lots of options are given over there, and you have to match it up, match the information, no? In that one you need to actually cut,
Yes, sir.
like whatever is already cut, no, they used to give one demo for that one already. Just when you will start preparing for the answer for that same, cut the first one which is already crossed, if, because that is written over there to actually create a sort of doubt in your mind that yeah, whether that question is to be answered or not as well. So make sure that one you are taking care of that. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
writing is a very lengthy process, obviously, not lengthy but also interesting. Okay, if you go by a pattern,
Yes, sir.
if you go by a method. Yes, you want to say
Nothing, sir.
something?
No, sir.
Okay. So anyways, so thank you very much. Speaking, I think you will be ready within some days, but only focus on your points. Actually, extend your statements. You are not extending your statements. Try to extend your statements as much as possible. I told you that you could have said that in my childhood. I remember that one story that I have read, that I had read was this Thirsty Crow. Uh, I'm very much an ardent reader, so every day I used to read one or the other story which motivates me and brings something like a positivity in me, or optimism in me. And nowadays also I have read that one recent story which is actually one incidental story. Then you can maintain that story in your speaking, then you can actually talk about that. Then in the future, if you will get the opportunity to read such stories like that, then definitely you are going to actually guide your friends also to read something like that. Obviously motivational videos and everything already they try to speak or brag about lots of stuff as far as the stories are concerned. All of such things comes to a story formation. You can speak of anything and everything in your cue card, but you have to answer first of all the given questions in the cue card. Later on you can just talk about anything. The main thing is okay.
Okay.
And then the
Okay.
then last portion basically in speaking that comes is, it's really important, let me tell you, that there your point of view has to be extended, and metaphorically extended means to say that you need to provide examples for actually elaborating your answer. That means you know that whatever you are speaking, whatever your opinion is, and you have an example for proving your point to be right. Okay, but it's not like cutting others point of view, but keeping your point of view to be right or wrong is also important.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
That's really important. Okay, then thank you very much for joining in for the class. I believe that today's session must have been really helpful to you. If it is, then definitely watch the video as well whenever it will be ready. Okay, and then share it with your friends and other family members, and tell others to actually join the classes as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Take care.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Take care. Bye bye.